Let's go, husband. Keep it up. Let's go. Let me hear it.
A, E,
Yeah.
C.
That's right. Today. Get up, boy.
This morning was unlike any other morning. We made it to campus by 6 a.m., feeling good and ready to check out this exercise group. But little did we know that we'd get the workout of our lives. We started out with an extensive stretch to loosen our muscles with team leader Valerie Roach. No big deal. Then we got moving, power walking, shuffling, sprinting, and so much more. After working up a great sweat, it was time for the cool down, which we welcomed with open arms. We also spoke to the exercise team about their goals for the group. It's 2013 camp meeting, and we're here with the Move team.
All right,
So let's get to know them real fast. We have over here
Valerie Roach,
awesome, Valerie Roach.
Leah Scott,
and Rhonda Rose.
Yes, they gave us quite a workout this morning.
Yes, they certainly did. We came just to do a story at first, but got kind of roped into the workout. But it was great. It was great.
It was really good.
It was great.
Yeah.
So how long has this been going on for, this program?
The program has been going on for years, but we start this class or this workout every morning starting the first Monday. And we meet right here at 6 a.m. 6 a.m.
That's
and everybody's
every
here.
morning.
And then we start moving.
Awesome.
How many campers did you have coming out this week?
What was it, Ron?
About 30 to 35 people, and we had them consistently each day. It was fabulous.
No, this is going on for 1 week. So what are you trying to accomplish in this 1 week?
Yes. What are you
Well,
goals?
actually, what we want people to understand, to know, that taking care of your body is an act of worship. Romans
Yes,
12:1.
it is.
And the only way that you can do that is to change the way you think. And if you get up at 5:30 in the morning to be here at 6, we have certainly changed the way you think. I don't know. What do you have to say about that, Val?
and we're also trying to put health and fitness in a suitcase. So when they go back off this mountain, they can unpack it and they can put it on and continue to do it until they come back up here again next year.
Okay.
We try to make it practical.
Absolutely practical. You've got to do it every day. If you know the Lord every day, you need to work out every day.
Awesome.
I have to say it was quite a great workout for me. I was a little hesitant at first.
Same here.
Now,
Same here.
now I feel great. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
thank you,
That's the
ladies,
goal.
for what you do.
Thank you
and keep
very
going.
much. That's the goal. Awesome.
Just a last add-on, even though everybody knows it, Allegheny East is on the
Move! Okay, that took a lot out of me.
Me too.
Okay? After that workout, I did nothing but go home and I'm sorry, I took a nap.
Oh, lucky you. Lucky you.
Yes.
I wish I did that.
Well, what did you do?
Well, actually, I had a chance to speak with our ministerial director, Stephen Richardson.
Interesting. And what was this discussion about?
Well, as you know, tonight's ordination. So I wanted to find out, what does it mean to be ordained? Do you know?
Actually, no, I don't. So it'll be good to find that out.
Yeah. So he explains it in layman's terms and kind of dispels some of the myths that people have about ordination.
Okay, well, let's check it out.
I had the chance to speak with our ministerial director, Stephen Richardson. He was able to break down for me what it really means to be ordained and to dispel some of the myths that come along with ordination.
Consider ordination as important to a minister as a wedding would be to the average person. There are typically a few very significant occasions in one's life. You know, as an Adventist Christian, we typically say baptism is a major event and your wedding is a major event. In ministry, ordination is for the minister a major event. Ordination only takes place after a number of years. Typically, for our conference, once one finishes his or her training through the seminary, there'll be an internship period of approximately 4, sometimes 5 years, somewhere in that 4 to 5 year window. During that time, the pastor then has opportunity to in essence, prove his or her gift for ministry, that their call is genuine. There has to be a period of evaluation. There's also a period of training. The training is ongoing. Either they are placed as an assistant pastor with the senior pastor who gives further instruction and prepares them for their first full pastorate, or if they're actually out in the field, all of the interns, ministerial interns, come in at least once, if not twice a year, with the ministerial director to receive even more formal training, and they're evaluated and placed on what we call the ordination track. Every pastor will have to show a certain proficiency in the suite of pastoral skills: preaching, administration, evangelism, overseeing the church ordinances, just the shepherding skills as a whole. In essence, ordination is such a solemn thing that the church cannot just simply casually extend that particular church right to an individual. It's just not something that's automatic. As the Bible says, test the spirits, or as Jesus says, by your fruit you will know them. So every minister has to show the fruit of his or her ministry, and then the church both acknowledges and affirms that the call that this individual felt from God is in fact a genuine call to ministry, and then the church administers that particular right. I would probably say indirectly versus directly. The local church or the congregation setting is the locale where the minister has opportunity to prove their call. But insofar as the service itself, that's strictly within the hands of church officials. It's interesting you ask that question, because the world church is in fact discussing even now through a number of study committees what exactly ordination is. We are still hammering out a theology of ordination as such, and that's, I think, has left the door open for a number of misconceptions about ordination. Ordination is not simply granting a pastor the ability to lord over. It is in effect, truly, it's the world church's recognition that this individual has been authorized to act as a representative for the church in the world. As a minister, as an authorized spokesperson for the church. It also is, and I referenced earlier before how significant this occasion is. This really is an imprint on that individual to say, God has called you to ministry, and this is a lifelong call. This is not some nice option. This is not for you something we expect you to do in addition to. This is a call to which, just like marriage, until death do you part. We expect you to put your entire life service into this particular call. Sadly, that's not how it always happens, but it at least gives the viewer, the onlooker, some idea as to how solemn a service this is, because you've had up to this particular time to actually determine is ministry for me or not, and you're able to back away if you so choose. When ordination is granted, it suggests that no, God has called you to this, then it's a lifelong call. You are set apart specifically for this work. And it's a service ministry, it's not a lordship ministry. There are some who view ordination as somehow the individual being specially empowered to now issue orders and commands as such. And that's not what ministry is, it never has been. Or if it's been modeled that way, that's the wrong model. Jesus says that the greatest individual will model himself or herself after Christ. And Jesus himself, his testimony was that he came to minister or to serve, not to be ministered to. And that for us is our model. There is a code of ethics that governs that particular office, and so you will see each ordinand being required to publicly state a vow, a ministerial vow. And again, I come back to almost like the marriage service. It is to publicly state that that individual now is completely called and set apart to the service of Christ. And from that vantage point, it's a joyous occasion on one hand, but it's a very solemn occasion on the other.
And congratulations to all our ordinands.
Yes, may God continue to bless your ministries.
Okay, now it's time for the rundown for tomorrow.
Yes.
So firstly, we have Elder C.D. Brooks preaching in the main pavilion tomorrow morning. That should be a very powerful message.
I think so. And in our youth tents, the senior youth tent, we have Pastor Noah Washington. In our teen tent, we have Pastor Marquise Johns. And in the junior tent, they have David and Tisha Laughlin, who are actually Christian illusionists. So that should be very interesting.
Christian illusionists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That does sound interesting.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And now tomorrow night.
Yes.
So what's happening? So at the main pavilion, there's a concert starting at, I believe, 6:30. You don't want to miss that.
Yes. And in the senior youth tent, there's also a concert featuring some of AEC's finest talent that starts at 7 p.m.
Awesome. There's also the Lyricist Lounge taking place. It's a competition. They'll be announcing the winner of that event.
Yes, and that will happen immediately following the concert in the senior youth tent.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. I think we've covered everything.
No, we haven't.
We didn't?
One more important thing.
What's that?
Happy Sabbath, everyone.
Happy Sabbath. God bless you. We'll see you soon.